La ba da ba dum dum da dee da 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 dee dum da 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 da. So for those who are wondering, this is Benjo 2E guitar cover by Family Juice 7X, and I'm your host, Slash. We are about to hear, there we go, we're about to hear Mr. Mike, Kojak, and also Etienne. Can you guys test the mic? There you go.
Hello. Yo.
So I think that we're all ready to start. How about you guys? I'm ready, let's do this!
Oh, yes.
It's the Berzerk Podcast, episode 26, ladies and gentlemen! Finally!
Hey!
We're back! What up? What up? Oh man, it's been forever!
It has. 2
Yeah,
months, not forever.
Last podcast was what? In December, I think?
yeah, mid-December.
Mid-December, and we're already in February. It's been an entire month since I ever put my face on the camera. Hey guys!
Me too.
And also, look at that. I'm starting to... Oh, yeah, I'm gonna get punched in the face so hard today. So hard. Fire Shard, thank you very much, my friend. 16 months in a row. I'm gonna get punched in the face. So look
Should
at
we
that.
get out cell phone games so we can just play while you're getting punched?
Probably. That's probably smart.
Alright.
Kojak. Kojak is punching me.
What an
Can
asshole.
you punch me upwards?
Just.
Yeah, exactly. Right, do it again. Oh, I know.
God. And then Laughlin.
And then Lartland. How you doing, Lartland? Man, I miss you so much. You beautiful Canadian face. Speaking of nationality, Kojak has his own passport. I feel that something's gonna happen with that.
Oh,
I do.
You're living for Mexico.
He's doing for Mexico. Okay. I just got a subscribe by Really Fat Elvis, and also a name that I cannot pronounce because I lack the knowledge to pronounce this name. But I love you. Thank you very much for the 4 months in a row and the 10 months in a row by Really Fat Elvis. Thank you very much, guys. I haven't put I didn't even stream, and you guys still support the show. So thank you so much for that. I really.
It's not a reason to get undressed, Simon.
Oh, okay. Oh, and a new sub!
Oh,
And a
shit.
new sub! Corison! Corison! Let's join the battle! Thank you very much for the sub, my friend. Thank you very much for the punch in the face. So what was I about to say? I don't remember. It's been so long. I don't even know how we do this thing anymore. You
I've totally
guys...
forgotten.
Yeah, totally. I know that I've been still playing on some Vital, and I know that you guys just released a very juicy, fat update 3 days ago.
I wouldn't use the word juicy
I
to
will.
describe this update.
It's exactly the right word.
Yeah, I think it's an
Like
appropriate
using
word.
the word moist. I wouldn't.
Moist.
Moist.
Moist. Nice.
A yogurt update. Oh, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't even... Yeah, go ahead.
It's a pretty fun update to do.
I'm actually playing right now, so yeah. That's what I do. And I'm at 14 of those things. Oh, this is shells, okay. Useless shell. Didn't look like shell. I was afraid of reading the description of that thing that I'm collecting.
Yeah. There's a couple of things you should be afraid of reading the description and the name, but
A little bit.
yeah.
What?
As I said to the guy, plausible deniability is the name of the game.
Even Vimet is here. Salut, Hélène. My sister is here. The one who made this beautiful haircut to me like 2 months ago. Hélène, my sister, just shaving my entire head. She's in the chat right now. Hey.
She did a good job, but I think the haircut that I gave you before was better.
Yeah, the Zorg one
Yeah, you should have
definitely took the
given
cake.
that.
No.
Zord was. I need to know. has she gone on to pursue a career in hairdressing now?
My sister?
Or just buzz cutting? Just chopping off hair?
No, I think that she has a way better job than Monkey Man 15-2 at the end. 3 months. Holy shit! 3 months, 3 years.
Dude.
3 years in a row, Monkey Man, the very first sub of the channel. Man, thank you so much.
The very first sub.
The very first sub we got 3 years ago. I can't believe it's been 3 years I'm streaming.
Yeah.
And even
crazy.
more. Thank you so much, man, Monkey Man. It's been a while. And you know what we were working on? What I was working on 3 years ago? I was working on Infernax.
Yeah.
Where's
Good
that
times.
game now?
It's coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
Eventually.
Soon. Soon TM.
So,
Famous.
TM.
Famous. 6 months and still fighting. Enjoy your new badge, my friend. And he missed the Zorg. I'm gonna check if I think I still have some picture of the Zorg. I must have.
Yeah, and Stream RPG.
Yeah, Stream RPG, yeah. Well, it's still there. It's still functioning. But,
Kind of.
Me and Kojak, and we will try to get back on Infernax this summer.
Oh, yeah?
That's what we said last summer.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just telling you right
It's
now.
always 3 months away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 3 months away. We will do a lot of stuff for some Bidle, so we can release it while working on Infernax.
Emily! Emily, 15 months and still fighting. And really Fat Elvis is asking me if I'm Polish. Nope, I'm actually French-Canadian. So je parle français, en fait. Mais pas le français de la France, français canadien, the dirty kind of French.
Didn't he just subscribe for like 10 months though?
Really Fat? Yeah.
Troll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got trolled really hard. I don't know. Maybe he didn't know that. Maybe he's just
I feel like
throwing
that's the
money.
kind of thing that we mention like every stream.
Maybe. You know, I told you it's been a while, alright? I don't even know how troll is. I got trolled within 5 minutes. That reminds me of the time I got trolled where somebody told me, like, can you make a level on Just Shapes and Beats of the Sandstorm from Darude? And I was like, yeah, why not? And I was completely oblivious and clueless of the meme around Darude. It was like, oh, this is
my
a good
God.
song.
Wait a minute, you didn't know
No.
that it was a me?
I
Oh my
did not.
God.
I did not. And it's, like, to this day, one of the most viewed video on my channel.
That level is fucking amazing.
I did that, like, I don't know,
love,
an hour or something.
I love that you didn't know. Oh my, that makes it so much better.
To be honest, I don't know what the meme you are talking about.
Ooh.
Really? Dude, there's a doo-doo-doo emote with Twitch.
Yeah, I think is like there was a meme around Twitch. I think it's Twitch. It came from Twitch, but basically when somebody asked what song this is, the answer was always the Rude Sandstorm. So that was kind of the meme. So in a nutshell, that was that. But yeah, one day I said like, hey, I'm gonna do a level based on that, and I actually have the video right over there. Look at that. When I had hair, I missed those hair. So I made a level based on the route, and it still has like 15,000 views. And your
Holy shit,
donation?
it does? That's
Hey, thank you very much
amazing.
for the donation, man. Really appreciate it. But
We-
yeah,
We need to find a way to get that in the game. That needs to be a thing.
no, I just need to finish the game.
That's true. That's very true.
Just let me finish the game. Don't give me more stuff to do, please, please. I want my hair back. Oh man. That's kind of the reason why I haven't been streaming, guys. So for those of you who haven't seen my latest stream, my last stream, I basically said I want to take a break of streaming for a couple of months just so I can refocus on finishing the game. You can rewatch the stream. I think it was very insightful. There was a lot of stuff in there, but I tried to not look very dramatic and not look like I was depressed or burnout, which I wasn't. But I was talking about very profound stuff or very sad stuff. Namely, that I said that working on GSB right now is just work for me. It's just like, I can't wait this is finished, and there's like a huge amount of stress, blah, 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 blah. And I said in that stream that taking a break of stream is something that will help me just focus on finishing the game and just clear out everything. And it did, actually. I said a couple of things in there. Sorry, I'm on the rant, guys. I'm on a monologue right now. I'm going to be fast. I talked that I wanted to start not a diet, but be sure that I don't, drink too much beer or chips, or like try to eat a bit healthy, try to do more exercise, sleep more, and spend some time with my wife. And I'm very happy to say I did none of those things. No, that's not kidding. I actually did all of them. So I've been exercising like every single day ish, like 5 or 6 times a week. Spending more time with my kids, and actually worked like 60 hours a week, something like that, every single week since my last stream. But I've always been able, like, even on weekend, I work from 8 a.m. up to 1 p.m., but I always stop at the beginning of the afternoon so I can spend the rest of the time with my wife and my kids. So I can go like super rush in the morning, and in the afternoon I just spend another day with my kids and my wife. I went out with friends. I went skating with my kids and all kind of stuff outside, so I can get some fresh air and everything. So I did follow my plan, and I did follow it very precisely. Like every day is like, okay, did I do my exercise? No, yes. So I'm always trying to do that, and it's been very helpful. Actually, it really helped my my mood. So in a very ironic way, the huge amount of stress I had on my shoulder made me a bit depressed, but helped me achieve like a new way of just living and working, rebalance my stuff in a day-to-day base. So anyway, end of the rate, because I've been like talking for like 15 minutes, but yeah, really happy.
Someone say don't believe you that you've been working out. They want to see you take off your shirt. Prove it.
Hang on.
Yeah, where's that picture of you with the 8-pack or something?
That's exactly what I'm looking at. Do you even lift, bro? Hang on. Okay, so this is my latest picture. Hang on. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see that I grew hair. I grew hair just for that picture, and then shave it back.
Yeah.
Some tattoos.
Put some tattoos as well.
Was there.
Yeah. Yeah, you remember that, right? So that's what game development does to you guys.
Get ripped.
Get ripped. I did not even Photoshop that. I flashed it. Nice man boobs. Thank you. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's been good. It's been good. I've been working a lot on GSB. The game is, I'm not gonna say near completion because I don't want to jinx it. But the amount of progress we made in the last 4 months is equal to the last like 2 years before that. So we've really been able to rush it up a lot, So I'm still able to I'm still excited working on it. Actually, like this morning I found a way to finish something and I was like, oh, that's gonna be awesome. I did it. It made me smile. So I'm getting back on it. So pretty happy. And very exciting news, but I cannot say those news because Mike over there will punch me in the
murder
face.
you.
Will murder me directly, you know?
Exciting things are
This
happening.
is why I'm here, actually, just making sure he doesn't spill anything.
Yeah, just the bouncer.
Yeah, do you have the sensor sound with you, like the beep? So whenever I say something,
Yes,
you're
it's
like,
just me screaming.
ah!
Oh, man.
Nice.
Release date. It's always 3 months away.
Always 3 months
Someday.
away. Always 3. Well, yeah,
TM.
someday. Yeah. Although we're gonna be able to say such things very soon. You know, at least, hey, Monkey Man. At least now I know the release date. Before it was like, I don't know, but now,
Oh shit!
now I know the release date.
You actually know?
Yeah, we actually know the release date, but I cannot say it.
Can you tell me the secret?
No.
No.
I don't know the secret. Not even me.
Yeah, I don't know the secret either. It's
I
Oh.
don't know the secret.
things are happening that we're not privy to.
No, exactly.
I want to know the secret.
You gotta, maybe after the stream, but not live. Not live. Definitely not live.
I can see the panic.
I like that
I
someone
can-
said that the release date for Infernax is 3x, not even 2x.
Not even in not the sensory.
Yeah, it's not even that century. It's
Oh,
not.
shit.
It's not sure to be that century.
Man.
For real, we will try to get more time this summer for that.
Mm.
I promise you.
Yeah, you
will
should
work
not
on
promise anything.
it. I don't promise a release.
Dude.
I promise I will work on
I've-
it.
You will
haven't-
try to work on it.
Yeah, I promise I will
promise.
try to make considerate progress.
I will work on it, even if it's only 2 hours. I will keep my promise. But yeah.
I just changed the shirt's color for
Yeah.
green to blue. I consider this progress.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a new guy in the game. That's enough. That's work.
No, but yeah, we do have at least I can see the end of the tunnel, the light at the end of the tunnel for JSB. So that is really fucking cool. But it's still like the last stretch, and I'll be working every weekend because now that we do know the secrets of the god, yeah, I want to push. I want to make the thing as best as possible. I do not have the luxury of taking my time and making it like, how can I say that? Taking my time and making it perfect when it's gonna be done, you know? Now I have a deadline and I cannot go through that. So that's why I'm working every single hour I can to be sure that I give everything I can for the game. So, anyway. Enough of JSB because I'm super afraid and scared of saying something and and be in very serious trouble.
Okay.
Even your bird is laughing at me.
She's been making so much noise all day.
So, should we speak about the
Look at Mike
Update?
stabbing me.
Let's do it.
Did I say something bad, Mike? I think not.
I will cut you.
You will cut me. Okay. I did not say anything bad. You actually said more than I.
I
Live.
haven't said anything today.
No, not today, but you did in the past. I was like, are we allowed to say that?
Ish.
Ish. Anyway, okay, so Zombido, though. I think we could talk about Zombido. I think that there's a lot of people who are here who don't give a shit about Just Shapes and Beasts and Infernax. So, Infernax. Zombido's update. What up? I'm gonna let you guys speak because I'm totally clueless of what's happened here.
Okay, so do we have the intro though?
I don't have the Mega Bob thing.
Oh, okay.
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
I didn't
Anyway.
have time, ish.
It was a collaboration actually that we we start working on that collaboration a while ago, but the timing wasn't right to release it. So since we thought it will be better for Valentine's update, so we just release it for Valentine's, and it's the collaboration with Sexual Lobster.
Whoa!
Sexual Lobster is a YouTuber for people who don't know it, who make weird cartoon. Yeah, that's one of his character named Fernando. He's a male prostitute.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And yeah, so the adventure happened on an island called Pleasure Island, and so yeah, Bob and the gang is on Pleasure Island wreaking havoc.
Look at Mike!
Are we still PG with this?
Yeah.
Mike.
eBay 91, thank you very much for the resub, my friend.
Almost
Oh,
3 years
The
there.
event shop.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I have to do it now.
So yeah, it was a pretty fun update. Me and Simon were actually fan of Sexual Lobster.
That is correct.
It's really a funny guy, a great sense of humor, and we wanted to do something with him. So yeah, some vital updates seems like a good collaboration to work with him. Collaboration are a good way to work with people we are fan of. So yeah.
Whoa,
Some
whoa,
people may find his humor kind of weird and stuff and disturbing, but it's actually kind of funny. And it
Yep.
fits well in the Zombiedal universe for all I can say for now.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, we do have a building called the Golden Shower.
Yeah.
So,
It's
Yeah.
a shower made out of gold.
How was
And-
he
and-
What's
supposed
wrong
to-
with that?
How was
And
supposed to
at the
make it?
beginning, he asked me if he could make all the item sexual object, and I said
oh,
yes, but don't call it sexual object.
Yeah.
We have to be able to deny that they are sexual object. So he made a anal bead, and I say put
Yeah.
them in a collar and say it's a collar. It will be okay.
are you telling me that you had to tell him to tone down that item?
I have
Oh my
to, I told him that we want to be able to deny. That's the only thing I want to be able to deny. It's a sexual thing.
Oh, you made such great.
I'm in love with the
I have to say, I think, yeah, my favorite one is probably that girl on TV.
She sparkles like
Go off TV.
she smiles just for me.
Oh my god.
And though women try to tempt me,
I really love how he pictured himself. It's always
Yeah,
like
he's got like bags under his
grit in his
eyes. and-
face.
my heart
He's always wearing sweatpants
down and I went to her.
and no food, no shoes. He never
Oh,
has
yeah.
shoes.
You have shoes on? Oh, I think you're
No.
right.
Oh, hang on, the big punch.
Found her alone. She was covered in the entrails of a sheep, which she'd sacrificed to the snake god Glycon to wake him from his sleep. Holy shit! A new reign of terror has descended upon the earth. Oh, hail Glycon, the all-powerful.
That's
All
it.
hail, Glycon?
What?
That's it. That's the girl.
I really
TV.
like my mother-in-law is a scorpion too.
Oh yeah, there's
That
so
is a great
much. There is so
That is,
much.
that is a great one.
So I'm just gonna put that up here, guys. We really love his humor. We were big fans before even Zombiedal ever existed, I believe. I know a very first clip I saw from him was the wrong number one. This one. So it's 4 years ago. So there you go. That says a lot.
And we'll try to have him on podcast this month.
Yep.
But the thing is, it will be an early morning podcast because the guy is actually in Australia.
Ta ta ta.
Oh, so
So
it's
it
actually,
was,
he's like 25 million spiders inside of a man's skin.
yeah.
That would explain so
Yeah,
much.
that explains a lot of things.
And
Sorry.
it was he was a pretty easy guy to work with, pretty professional. But I have to say it was pretty hard just because 10 hour of difference. It's pretty hard to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Actually,
Reminds
it's
me.
funny.
Hey, go ahead.
I was just gonna say it reminds me of when you were in or not Australia, but when you were in Asia.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, I had no trouble with it whatsoever because I already sleep at just random hours around the clock.
We actually
People
got
are
in
like,
sync.
What are you still doing up?
Yeah, I remember I was putting my cam randomly when I was in a cafe somewhere like in Bali, and it was like a paradise view around me. It was like, hey, Jack, here's where I'm working today. It was like showing pictures of really fucking awesome view.
Beach. You just have a drink next to you, and I'm like, what the fuck? Are you on vacation?
Nope, I'm working here. That was good. We're kind of planning another trip for this summer. So
Where are you going?
yeah, well, we're gonna do a home exchange. That's what in the plan. Nothing is in rock solid and everything, but we have found a family that has a house in Spain that wants to do a home exchange with us. So we're like, fuck yeah, why not? So we just have to pay. Well, we just have to pay the plane ticket for the entire family. But once there, we're just gonna change our home. So
Yeah, that's great.
yeah, that's very great,
Dude.
And I'll be able to go see my sister because in Europe everything is so super close, Just changing a country, you can do a walk and go from Spain to Germany by walking. Everything is short over there.
Just take a train.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's
yep,
weird
yep, yep.
because where you come from, Matagami, it's the same thing, but just to go to the grocery store. It's the same road to change country in Europe. It's for you to go to the grocery store.
Oh yeah, I have to put some context here. I want to bring up Google Map. Is there anything else from the update? Like there was Fernando, but was there anything technical, new mechanics, new bug fix, or something you want to talk about?
Oh, there's always bug fixed.
Always.
Always bug fixes. There's one new bonus, which has been the source of a lot of controversy. And there's also optimizations. Like, I ridiculously optimized the buying of monsters.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I actually...
Did you
one of
add
the first
my
things...
function?
What's up?
I asked you for whenever you would level up to 420 or 69 that the character would say nice. Did you
I have not done that yet.
Nice.
We should. It's just nice.
I've been asking you that for 6 months now.
You gotta remind me.
That's maybe because you're not the boss, Mike.
Hey,
Even the birds
with
agree
ideas.
with me.
God damn it, birds.
That's what, now you know what it's like.
I didn't know that item was so controversial, though.
Yeah, it's nobody likes it.
Which
Nobody
one?
likes it.
What?
Yeah. So okay, so hold on. Let me
Story time.
story time.
Story
Yeah.
time.
First though, about the optimizations and stuff. One of the first things I did for this update was I found out that if you have the big monster panel and you have multi-world farming, every time you buy a monster, it tries to refresh the multi-world farming, and that was apparently slowing it down by a lot. So I got rid of that, and now it just kind of refreshes on a timer. And then somebody on our community, Dominus Ignis, I think is how you pronounce his handle. He apparently talked with his math professors, and he got me the the way to estimate a geometric sum.
Okay.
And it was crazy complicated, but I had to implement like one or two little tweaks to our number big system.
Okay.
And now what used to take like 2 or 3 seconds in a while loop happens in 1 instant. It happens in like
Fuck
three lines of code.
Oh,
So-
that is so cool.
Max buy takes no time at all.
Yeah, I can see that actually. Yeah, it was taking forever to buy some stuff before. Yeah, man, I can see that.
Plus, if you cycle through the max buy, so 110, 100 max, you can
Yeah.
just keep cycling, and it takes no time at all.
Fuck yeah, I can see that. Oh man, that's perfect. Yeah, because I was playing. I'm actually playing another idle game, and we should contact those guys because I'm really super fucking powerful in that other idle game. So I've been playing like 2 idle games at the same. Yeah, I should be working on Just Ships and Beats instead.
Yes.
I'm just playing idle games all day.
I'm just playing idle games. Thank you, Literac. 8 months still fighting. Thank you very much. And what I noticed in that idle game is whenever you buy 110 or 100, they don't have a max button, but when you buy like 100, it's like instant. So I knew there was a way to do it, but I was wondering what was the mathematical thing. So that's fucking awesome that it came from the community. Did you give like tons of diamonds to that guy, or did you?
I
Give it a
told
medal?
him to tell me. I told him to tell me like, what do you want? And he didn't want diamonds or anything like that, but he did send me a proposed like item visual, and I actually really like it. But it can tie into what we want to do in the next update, which is the whole nightmare mode. But he wanted like something kind of like a demonic math book, because math is just always evil.
Oh, Matt. Okay, I thought MacBook.
No, math.
A demonic MacBook. Like, yeah, I can vouch for that.
God,
The apple is totally ate on it.
Yeah, look, I have a Mac here. Do you want it? I actually don't care about this thing. I actually use it to cut apples.
You eat on that?
Yeah, I
It's
eat
your
on that.
tray.
That's
You're
my
eating
tray. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's I change diapers on those. I used to do that.
Somewhere Emily's
Change
crying.
your own diaper on those.
Yeah, my old diapers.
The next build we send to Apple's just rejected.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
Yeah. And the box is now the litter box for my cat.
Okay, this is all in good, but what's with the controversy?
Okay, yeah. So all that optimization, we can talk about what we can add later. The controversy is, Etienne, how we wanted to make the beads of power was the new bonus, and it's whenever you get a devil deal scroll, it spawns a ghost for you.
Yeah.
Not tied to a villager or anything. People fucking hate it.
Yeah, but it's not. Okay, I love it. First of all, I love it because it's a way to get ghosts without killing the villager, and also the thing is, it's not the final item. It's just
Yeah.
one of the items.
This is
So,
not my final form.
The thing is, I like the original bonus, which is that every couple of hours or whatever, you don't even have to be online. It just puts a ghost in your inventory. But the problem is that there's no way to communicate that to the player. There's no way to show the player that it's working or show them a timer for how long they have until the ghost shows up or whatever.
I love you.
And that's something that I've really been learning the more that I work on Zombiidle is everything has to be communicated and everything has to be polished and all this kind of stuff, and that you can make it work in 5 minutes, but then you have to take 4 days to actually show it to the player and communicate it and make it look good.
I cannot agree
And
more.
right now, there's no good place to put that communication. There's no... if there was a daily login bonus, we could have a little ghost bucket that sits next to it. And this was something that... Shut up, bird. This is something that
Nice
Larklet
comeback.
had suggested. She's not going to listen. like the ghosts fill up the bucket, and then you can just go and like tap it, and then it gives you the ghosts in your inventory. But without a place to put that, it would be very awkward. And so at the last minute, we were like, okay, well, we can tie it to Devil Deals. And actually, Etienne suggested we tie it to Devil Deals. And at first, we tried to tie it to a successful Devil Deal. And I was in the mindset of just making it work, that Larklin was the one who pointed out, hey, people without the ghost backpack are just going to assume that it's like an ad-locked currency. And they're going to be very upset by this.
Yeah.
So we changed it
Good
to
point.
just when the deal drops, it just gives you a scroll. But the controversy is people consider it completely useless because just killing villagers occasionally will net you ghosts. And the bounty items, you can get extra ghosts from killing a villager, which means that like in a minute or two, you can fill up your entire storage of ghosts. You know?
Yep. I do agree.
But the thing is, to give you an example, when I play the game, I hate collecting ghosts.
I think everybody.
I don't like to click. I hate that. So it's a good way to, when I just play idle, I just open the game to just check what I have and get all my stuff, and so I don't have to spend 2 or 3 minutes collecting the ghost. So it just happened over the course of time, and it's a thing that we can upgrade to have more beads of power that give you more and more ghosts. Each time you get it's a new way to get ghosts. It's just a new way to get ghosts. So we can increase that bonus after a while.
The best way I would love to see it is if we had some kind of a realm grinder mechanic where whenever you finish, like you use a portal, it gives you a choice between 2 things. The first thing being just start normally, but the other one will be like, okay, auto collect villagers, but it will give you half less diamonds. And gonna give you ghost or just no diamond from villagers, but you can auto collect them, something like that. So you give the choice to the player, okay, do you want to actually click on them, or just like, okay, no, I just want to auto grind it with a malus somehow. Maybe not a DPS or something like that, or maybe crafting time should be like double or something like that. But actually, you could just like tweak the game mechanic. With that, so
yeah,
it was a way to get ghosts in idle mode more than active mode. But if everyone ate it, and it's a great controversy. Maybe what we can do is just give the people a way to get rid of it, and just put it in a recipe and get another item.
Yeah, there you go. One thing I would suggest is give, for example, 1 ectoplasm ball every time you finish a bounty. So this is tied to time, which what you guys wanted to do at the first place, and it will be easier to convey the information because when you click on it, you can see that it'll ghost going into your items, or a little something going, the icon going to the item as well. Or, we can just we can show the reward in there in the phone pretty easily. So that will be that.
What we can do, give me an idea. There's a lot of controversial items that people hate. Maybe we can just mash them all together into a ball. 8. Call it the ball of 8.
Item.
Oh shit, I like
the
it.
potato baby, the beads of power, like Steve, the Christmas star.
Steve is awesome, though.
Mash them together.
Steve.
You mash them together, and the item is called, there you go, happy now.
Yeah, it's ultimate.
There you go.
Ultimate garbage.
Ultimate garbage.
I stand by Steve, though. Steve is awesome.
Nice. Okay, so... Okay. Well, now we know. Is that the only item that people were, I'm gonna say, quote unquote, pissed off at?
Yeah, but it's not the it's not the top item of the event. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was a risky item. We know it was risky, so that's why it's the cheapest one.
Well, actually, that's not the cheapest one.
No,
The
it's
cheapest
not.
one
It's the
is the
second.
coconut.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, should be the cheapest one.
But the coconut, everybody was kind of like, okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I actually really like the coconut. I know that the bonus isn't the greatest, but the bonus should actually last through somebody who doesn't have any skill time extensions. So with the coconut, you should actually be able to just pop Bob's sloth form and still be asleep. Plus,
I'll
it's
be right back, guys. Gonna get some coffee. Sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
He's never coming back. He's going for
He's never
cigarettes.
just like my father. No, but the casual coconut it works with the theme and it works with the naming and it works with the visuals. I just kind of like it how it all works together, even if it's not like a direct bonus for DPS, you know?
Yeah. You know what? Not everyone has a perma slot form, so and also it kind of opened new avenue for a new item to have that.
Yeah, I think the only other bonus that we have in the game for giving you extra taps for idle mode or sleep mode is just the bad seed. I think that's it.
You're a bad seed.
I missed the conversation here though.
I was just saying that I like the way the coconut item is like themed. Because
Yeah.
the bonus and the name and the visuals, they all work together.
Yeah, but you know, there's the thing about the item is, you know, after a while, with some item that may seem worthless now, maybe if you combine them with future item, it will bring a new strategy. So maybe the coconut is something that can do something like that. We have to open some possibility, not just go in one way.
Yeah.
And maybe the bead is underpowered, but I still think the idea of getting ghosts as well of getting the devil deal is just give you something else when you pop a scroll. So imagine if it will give you 25 gold ghosts each time a scroll pop. It would be better. It'd be pretty
That's true.
good.
But I'm about to say I'm on Kojak's side here, where it's not explained at all. I mean, even if I have the item, I will forget that this item exists, and I will wonder like, why the hell is my ghost count goes up? Even, and that's assuming I will notice. So I don't think it's conveyed that much.
Yeah,
of
but
it.
I think ghosts are like you know, it's like money. You don't care that much about getting money. After a while, you know, you just get money.
Hang on,
You just
Etienne
get
is
ghosts.
saying you don't care about money?
Skulls.
Ah!
Skulls.
It's like, get out of my friend! You're nuts!
Who are you? I
Who
don't
are
know
you?
you. You are not Etienne.
I don't know, there's something about Simon just screaming away from his microphone, like off camera. It's absolutely hilarious to me.
Yeah,
nice.
but I don't know. I think we have to do some risky item after a while because we need new kind of bonuses.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely need we need to figure out some new ways or some new mechanics because there are only so many ways you can give X% DPS to all your monsters or to a monster or something. And I think that's too something that I noticed in the discussion that people have been having about the item that gives you ghosts is people are incredibly focused on just dealing more damage, that like if an item comes out that doesn't really directly affect your damage, people are just immediately like, oh, it's complete garbage, you know. Despite
Okay.
the fact that the idea was kind of a quality of life thing, where you don't have to constantly be trying to hunt down and kill villagers to get ghosts.
Yeah. And your webcam seems to be to have a problem.
Simon is changing his settings.
Oh,
Yeah. He wants to censor Kojak.
There you go. Yeah, Kojak, you're out. You're now replaced by robot. Let me fix Kojak a bit. Okay. More anger, a little bit less air, and also a bit more of coding speed. All right, there you go.
More anger and more hair. It sounds like me.
I want more Etienne in my life. That's it. That's it. Yeah, I said it. You happy now? Okay, now I completely fucked up my stuff. Oh yeah, sorry. I completely fucked my webcam up. Okay, Etienne, I'm gonna deal with you now. Etienne, all right.
Oh no.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, these are quality of life item, and also we try to find to push the game in direction. Right now, there's a path that everyone follow is making shards and having pearls. Pearls are and perma slots. So we want to
Pearls?
the
Pearl
pearls,
necklaces.
the pearl necklaces.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, the plus 5 seconds something, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
these are considered like the best strategy, and we want to maybe give people other chance, other choice to do something else. So yeah, we try something. We try to go in the other way.
Yeah, the battery was a nice thing.
Yeah.
Battery was cool for that. I've played the other game that I'm playing a lot. I'm just gonna mention it. It's called Crush Them All. But what they do is they are not ashamed of introducing a shit ton of different currency, and it feels okay. But they're like there's the damage, but there's like 15 other kind of currency, and they also make different rules for different sets of plays. So for example, you upgrade your monster and everything, but when you use your white orb, I'm gonna say white orb because it's basically the same currency, you can use your white orb to permanently increase the level of each character. So when you reset, you can use, for example, 1,000 white orb to increase one level. So it's gonna start at level 2, 1 plus this other level. So each time you restart, you can spend those white orb on specific monsters and try to reach higher ground like that, But this only affects the main routes. If you want to go and rush guilds, it doesn't work. If you want to work on other kind of shit like expedition or whatever, those stars doesn't count. It counts only that kind of currency, blah 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 blah. So they introduce a shit ton of rules and different kind of increasing your monsters, and I like it. I find it's okay. It's a bit rushed. It's a bit like, this is how it works. That's it. There's nothing. There's no lore or whatever. It's like, well, you can apply a star on your monster, so he's twice as good. It's like, a star? Okay. I guess I'm gonna put
Like
a
a
star.
gold star. Like a sticker.
Yeah, exactly. So
There's a term for that. I think it's designed by landfill. Is that kind of what it feels like? Well, it's where instead of like fine-tuning and carefully designing every little piece, they're just like, more features, there you go. We got a problem with one currency? Alright, that one's not useful. Here's a new currency.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's always, all the currency are always valid, though. There's not like, I saw yeah, there you go. I saw I think you're referring to the extra credits.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
I just see this one, like, there's like different kind of currency and shit done, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's a long...
I never heard of that expression, designed by landfill.
Well, basically, it's when there's a currency that it's becoming too hard to maintain. You just create another currency and you completely get rid of the first one. It just become obsolete after a while. But again, in that other game, no currency becomes obsolete. You're just introduced to new kinds of way to spend shit. But there's not like, oh, I don't care about that currency anymore.
All right.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember. I think you were when I was talking about introducing something new. I can't quite remember what it was. Maybe it was like a rubbish item or something you can like combine together. And you had originally said like, well, at first I was against introducing just things as just generic currencies, but then you showed me like a screen from this game, and there's just like 5 different rows of like all different colored things.
Oh yeah, that was insane. Oh yeah. I think there was legit 25 different currency for one feature. That was not even
God.
Yeah, it was like a shit ton. And you could not convert, there was like 5 levels of each element. So there was 5 elements and like multiply by 5 goes 25. But if you had like 12 of the first element, well, that's it. You cannot convert them into the other element, and vice versa. If you have like the rare one, you cannot buy the first one. It's just like,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was bad. But yeah, like even if they sometime I will be critical of like the way they introduce it, because I don't like when it's only a mechanic, and it's only a mechanic that just feels like, well, it's an RPG, bam, we put it right there, and there's no value inside the game, there's no effort to try to tie into a story or something. So I don't really like that, but that doesn't mean that the mechanic is bad on its own, I think that the way that they introduce it just feels corporate, just feels soulless, very bland. But the mechanic itself, I like it.
Yeah.
So, yep. I remember there was being... Okay, so Mr. Fisku is saying, I remember there were being plans for Monster Prestige. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we spend white orbs? Okay, so there's a lot of unpacking here. Could we spend white orbs, something from Nightmare More, or also items for Prestige? Okay, first, Monster Prestige. Yes, we do want to do it. But sometimes we do stuff that piss off the community. So we want to be sure that when we introduce a new feature, a big feature like this, we never until Mike touch it. That's all Mike's fault. That's my plan.
Yeah.
No. But for real, the Monster Prestige, we want to be sure that we introduce it correctly. About spending white orbs, I feel it's a bad idea, because whenever you spend all your white orbs, you're gonna get instantly pretty much all your white orb back. Case in points, I had 760 like trillion of white orbs. I spent.
Oh, I just got my first trillion.
Oh, yeah, I'm up to a quadrillion now. BAM! Like 1.8, I think, because me and my bro went into a very a very competitive. Because he was he was very higher than me, He sent me a screenshot and said like, "Yeah, I beat you, brother." And then I got the double portal thing, and I played the entire day while I was working. And I went like doubled his high score, took a screenshot and say, "Hey, you're cute with your little high score." And then it was like, he stopped talking to me for 2 weeks. And then he sent me another screenshot. BAM! So we've been doing like that forever. So
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like
But
that.
there's a thing too, because about the prestige thing. The thing is, sometimes we just have to do thing like the nightmare mode. Some people like you are near quadrillion white orbs, so they have kind of nowhere to go.
I have a
So
quadrillion.
yeah, we have to we have to do the nightmare mode for these people.
Focus, damn it. Focus!
Actually,
doesn't want- It doesn't
that's a
want to
pretty
focus.
good
Whatever.
segue. Oh, it's reversed.
Yeah, whatever. It wasn't focused. But yeah, anyway, my point with that was I spent the entire white orb that I got, like I went back to 1% or even less than that, and I just used the portal a couple of times and I was back on track really easily. So I'm back at 1 quadrillion, so that says a lot. You know, so spending white orbs is not really, it's not a big sacrifice, spending white orbs. So we got to find something else.
Yep.
Black orbs would be a great sacrifice.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, Larkland, that's a cute orb count, Legend Fred. He's probably have like way more than I. Larkland, what's your code again? Larkland, can I add you in my friend? Can you be my friend, Larkland? Why can't we be friend? Why can't we be friend? Send me a code, otherwise I won't stop singing. Why can't we be friend?
God
That's a
damn
real
it.
threat.
Why can't we be friend?
Why are we going to pay for that? Did nothing wrong.
But yeah, prestige system. Yes, I do want it, especially because I want to put the. I think we all want to put the focus somewhere else than on the Tomb King somehow.
Yeah.
And we wish we will be able to change the visual every time we prestige, but I want to go ahead and say that will be very hard, well, not impossible, but it's going to take us like a shit ton of time and reduce probably most likely reduce the performance of the game because of sprite sheet. So either we spend a shit ton of time just to change the color of a small monster, or either we just do it like simpler, and a more simple solution will be to change the canvas of the icon. Jax! Yeah, the portraits. So if we do that, thank you, Jax, for the 9 months and still fighting. We have a beautiful baby together. Look at that. Ooh, it's so beautiful. So if we change that and we change the quotes, that's whenever you upgrade it, I think that will be more than enough, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was even just thinking, like, we could give them different hats. We could just change the portrait so that they wear, like, a hat, and then every time you prestige them, they just get a new hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
Just
top
something
of the other
silly.
hat. Yep.
But
Yep.
that's actually a good segue into the future.
Oh! Why are we making a big fuzz out of that word? The future! Oh!
The future is now.
Are we gonna talk about Infernex?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just the sadness in your voice. Just
Okay,
a
go
single
ahead.
manly tear.
Yeah.
Will I get hair back in the future? Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, so Etienne, we want to do nightmare mode for the next update, correct? Yep. Man, I think
That's
also what's really cool is we have a good way to theme it as well, because we've been really going back and forth on like how the fuck do we do it nightmare where we just kind of like tint it slightly, or do we do like alternate dimension where things just have slightly tweaked visuals and all that. But I think I don't remember when we came up with this, Etienne. I think you were the one who just like proposed it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I don't want to. No, it's not the everyone is French. But I'm not sure I want to talk about what it will be right now.
Oh, okay.
I think we should.
No spoilers.
No spoil. We should not spoil that.
Okay.
No spoilers. Okay.
Yeah.
Boo.
Boo.
Is it the DMV?
That's a big
Yeah, it's
letdown.
Yeah.
The what? The
You
TMV?
can
I'm
talk
out.
about the story about what we do, but just don't tell us what the nightmare mode will be.
All right, fair enough. But actually, oh man, when did I get that working? I took a stream recently, and basically just set it up into code so that if I specify an extra level of like, or an extra world of a nightmare mode based on an existing world, it will just go through and like copy over all the data, and it fucking just works. Like, there's a lot of polish that has to go into it to make sure that like the paths don't show up if they shouldn't, or that parts of the map don't show up, like chests and challenges and stuff right now are just broken and sitting on the map. But otherwise, I have something kind of basically working. And the awesome part is that before, when I just got it working, was before I had optimized with the max buy and everything. And the game lagged kind of hard. Like, I could get it up to level 10,000 or something. And the game kind of lagged a bit. But after I put in the optimizations to all the math and all the monster logic, I went back and I tried it up to level 50,000. And it was just, like, no lag whatsoever.
Fuck yeah! You're hired!
Back.
Well, I mean, you gave me that faster coding speed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yeah, that's how it works.
But yeah, so
There
the
we
very
go.
basic-
Salary! Kojak's salary! Okay, go ahead.
But yeah, so the very basic part of it is done. Like, it's semi-functional. The problem right now is we have to figure out rewards to give out in Nightmare mode. And I already really like the idea of it being a source of extra black orbs. So you could go and you can defeat like the Nightmare Wizard of the worlds, and we can even do like 3 Nightmare variants of all the worlds, and we could have levels up to like, I don't know, 15, 25, 30,000 or something ridiculous.
Just in case, to put everybody on the same page, what is a nightmare mode? We keep talking about that, but for those who don't know what we're talking about, what would be the nightmare mode?
So basically, the way that I see it happening is every map has a portal. And once you unlock a key item, or once you defeat a key boss or something, I'm not quite sure how we'll unlock it yet, but you could go into a much harder version of that map. So
Okay.
instead of World 1 starting at 0 and going up to like level 3 or 400, I think is what it does, you could unlock like a New Game Plus version of that map.
Okay.
Where all the challenges and stuff like that are gone, but the level starts at like 5,000 and ends at like 5,500, you know?
Okay. Ah, nice. So it allows us to put new worlds and new difficulty and new plays for rewards without having to spend 2 fucking months making visuals and integrating a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
there you go.
that's what I even found out doing this collaboration with Sexual Lobster, is even if we have a month to do everything, doing an entire world, just it's so much of an undertaking. All the new visuals and everything, it is not an easy task. But going through and copying all of the assets, and even adding in like a special boss that only shows up in the Nightmare levels, that's pretty easy. All I have to do is, whenever we copy over all the data, just don't copy over chest areas, and just instead replace it with Nightmare chest character, you know? It's actually pretty simple to do that, which means that for maps 1 through 7, all I have to do is put the 1 line of code, like create Nightmare version, and then give it a difficulty, and then it's done.
Okay.
And the other thing that Etienne had suggested too is that we can make it kind of multiply the difficulty, but instead of every map spot suddenly being 5 times longer, we can make it go up whenever you defeat an area. We can just make it go up by 5 difficulty levels.
Okay, yeah. So if it's like instead of 100 to 200, instead of going to 200, 400, which will make it like twice longer, you will progress twice as fast in that difficulty region.
Yes.
Okay, so you will skip like levels. You will be like 200 and then 202, 4, 6, 8, 10 instead of... Okay, good. Sounds good, because otherwise the number of white orbs will be...
Yeah, it would just... You're still going to get like way more because the difficulty level is much higher. But it gives us a place to kind of put not the infinite content that a lot of people I think are just asking for. A lot of people are asking for like Grindlandia, except now at the end of World 7.
Okay.
And I was not a fan of doing that at the end of World 3 when we did that so long ago. And it wasn't even infinite back then. I just set the ending level to not show and instead just end at level like 5,000.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So instead of doing something like that, where it's just very obvious, like a place for you to go and just defeat, and people barely did it back then, we did World 6 and 7. So we actually gave a whole bunch of extra content and just held off on putting like some challenges and some chests in there until we had better chests to put in there.
Maybe we can do Grindlandia after a while, but make it a world, a complete world with only one map spot, and make it weird. Would it be fun?
I'm not 100% sold on that idea. I think the best idea is to do the whole nightmare system, where instead of like if somebody finishes level 30,000 or something ridiculous, we can be like, okay, cool. Here's like 10,000 more difficulties on top of that because it's just one line of code.
Yeah, Grindlandia I think was a good fix for the time, but I never think it was fun.
Yeah,
It's Bram just say.
Yeah, I think that the Nightmare, or the New Game Plus, whatever, I'm not really sure of a good name for it, so I've just been calling it Nightmare. I think that it's a really good mix between kind of auto-generating content, but then also the curated stuff that I feel is Zombidle's like strongest part.
Yeah,
because we
totally.
don't want too much auto-generated content because it's kind of get really boring after a while. You just say, okay, I get it, it never ends, fuck you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which is the like most idle game out there, actually, I'm gonna say. The one I'm playing right now is like this. I like the game and everything, but now I'm like, okay, I unlocked pretty much everything, and I can see that it's just like a formula that's gonna be like that forever. Now they're implementing a couple of new mechanics, but I'm like, I don't care reaching level 3,000. I know that the next. Sorry, what?
Once all the unboxing is finished, you don't care. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you have every mechanic figured out, okay, get it. That's it. I seen all the monster. I've seen all the stuff. There's no more stuff for me to see, so I don't care.
Exactly.
That's why we never want to go on the too much auto-generated route.
Yep.
I do have that fear a little bit with the Nightmare mode, but I think that theming it appropriately.
Yeah, and there's a hand of each nightmare. It's just a new nightmare version of a world, and there's an end to each of these worlds. The fact that there's a hand, that's where it doesn't get boring, because you want to reach the end. Once it's done, you finish. You did that, go to the next thing.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a bonus of doing it that way, and I think that theming it appropriately, where you know that there's a difference, you know that it's like it's the same visuals but like slightly tweaked, and there's a little there's a visual distinction, but it's reminiscent of what you've already done. Kind of already tells the player like, okay, so I'm doing all of the bonus content, you know. And I think that there's definitely a difference between bonus content and endless procedural, auto-generated content.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay, since we all agree, I think...
Let's do it now.
I disagree.
I disagree. Mike disagree.
We do have one problem, a fairly big problem to solve.
I'm gonna fix Mike. There we go. Less disagreement from Mike. There you go. Ah, look at that. He's smiling now. Okay, less smile. That's creepy.
Yeah.
Secrets out. We're all robots created by Latch. He didn't hire anybody. He just made all of us.
Yeah, exactly. I called you all. Nice.
But yeah, the fairly big problem that we have to solve with it is, other than black orbs that you get from killing the wizards, what bonuses do we give out that
new
want to go there?
item. New item, the best thing to do. It's so easy and fun to
Yeah.
figure out new item.
I can sense some sarcasm in your tone of voice. So.
You, sir, cannot read people, I think. There's no sarcasm at all.
Shit.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I had suggested that we give out like an item or two that have the multiplicative bonus. It's just like splinters or something, right? Like it's always 10% multiplicative as a bonus. But Etienne pointed out something really important about that, which is that after a while, just getting the same item, despite the fact that it's like giving you a definite bonus every time you get it, it's pretty fucking boring.
Yeah. You know, people don't like the beat for now, but it creates a controversy. People like controversy. Don't you see? It's genius.
It's a smoke screen.
Oh,
We
wow.
can put in truly garbage items.
Wow.
Yeah.
So first we create a scandal, and then everybody will be talking about us.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Wall Street Journal. That happened
Yeah.
to PewDiePie. So we're gonna redo what PewDiePie did, and
Yeah,
or Logan
controversy
Paul.
is the best.
Oh
And
my
you know
God.
what we're gonna do in the nightmare world? Beats. A bunch
shit.
of beats.
Jesus Christ.
Beautiful. Beautiful. The Neo 30 is asking, give us the item that lowered the level of the angel. Yes, that was something that we planned for last December actually. We had an item that says every time you finish a bounty, it removes 1, 2, 3, 5, whatever level of the angel. So that'll be nice. That'll be a nice item to have, a very fucking good, unique item to have, you know. And we can stack a couple of them. So I will be like, I would say -1 will be already good, and then we can stack 10 of them, you know. So,
Yep.
it makes the double bounty event even more appealing.
But
by
there's
doing that.
also the idea of a coconut. Someone say the coconut, but it could be pretty interesting if we can have more items that let Bob sleep, even after a while, maybe through sluts form.
Ta, ta, ta.
I don't know. But or maybe have some item that increase the power of Bob when he's sleeping.
Yeah,
So,
we
having more different. Yeah,
I feel we need to think a lot. Like, if we start to do that, we cannot just sprinkle a couple of mechanics like this in there. I think that we have to be more thoroughly on that.
Yeah, we should have. We should not just have one of the item. If we want to make a new way, we should have all the item. Boom! At one point.
Yeah.
It definitely, anything to do with sleeping or sleeping power or like awake power, that is all very much like one big update that we need to do.
In Zombital 2.
Yes.
Gonna do that in Zombital 2.
Announced.
Announced.
Yeah, you're right.
Zombital 2, 3 months away.
Yeah. we will just add 2 on the title. That's it.
Oh man, that would be nice.
Sharpie.
Actually,
In Sharpie. It's just Bob writing 2 in there, and we just re-release it. Oh
Actually,
shit.
actually, it
that's a
could be
fucking good
the
idea.
Bible 2 for 2 years. Each year it's the same game, but we just add a year.
Oh man, that's a
Dude.
fucking good idea.
So now
that's
we
a
are at
great idea.
Subtitle 2 already.
Because
Oh, man.
there is something that I'm not gonna say that that's what we're gonna do, whatever. Okay, so but on a business standpoint, releasing a sequel around this time or starting to think about a sequel now will be a good time because we are on a good run with Zombiidle, and if we had a mechanic that can take the Zombiidle player to Zombiidle sequel and give some bonus, now will be a good business-wise, again, I'm gonna put my glasses, my corporate glasses, but business-wise, it will be a good time to think about that. Because if we do a re-release, we can get either like a publisher to push us because we already have something successful, so we can reach like a distributor / publisher to help us out reach even more player, and we can reach the media as well because just the Steam version didn't really appeal much media because it was an idle game and it was just a re-release, but again, business standpoint, if we stop working on Zombiidle right now, let it run and work on Zombiidle 2 and just re-release it and say, oh, there you go, Zombiidle 2 is out now. Business-wise, it will be a good move. So I don't know why I was saying that, but I think it's insightful to tell you that actually, so that we still have a shit ton of idea we want to do in Zombiidle 1.
But the thing is, if we do that, will we piss our current player base?
Yeah, again, I business-wise, I didn't want to say that it was like how can we do it or should we do it or yes, it's announced Infernax is actually Zombiidle 2. Just saying.
Yeah, but I remember seeing some game that the one did well and they released it 2, and that I think people were pissed and still continue playing the 1 and not playing the 2. So especially for that kind of game, I don't see people launching that MMORPG 2. No?
Well, it depends on how you do it. If it feels very lazy, yes. But if you look at Tap Titan, they did a Tap Titan 2. I don't know how they reply to that though. But or even on a personal view, when they're gonna release Clicker Hero 2, I've been subscribed to the newsletter and everything, and when it's gonna be released, you'll be sure that I'll be playing it, because I've finished playing the first one. I said, oh, okay, I get it, but the sequel looks interesting, and I might start a new game, start from scratch. An idle game is pretty nice, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So I think it's how you do it.
Yeah, very, very much so. I think that it, as long as you honestly just aren't scummy about it, I think people are pretty receptive to that. Because sometimes, especially from a creative standpoint, I can definitely see some merit in kind of taking everything that we've learned from Zombiidle and just kind of starting something new and being like, okay, so if these are like the broad goals that we want to accomplish, we can begin laying a foundation to accomplish those,
Yeah, just the interface right now is a big mess. It's a mess, there's a shit ton of stuff, and we didn't know how to put X, Y, and Z. The white art mechanic, I feel that we are stuck into somewhere that I feel we should use the white orbs as a currency instead of a way to increase DPS. We're kind of stuck somewhere, but there's definitely something that will be helpful to start from scratch and say, okay, let's do that, the items 2.0 that we still always say, oh, we should do item 2.0. We could just start from scratch and say, okay, let's rethink the item thing, so...
and I can definitely see some merit there. And I was actually joking on my stream a couple of days ago that I think the best way, whenever we decide okay, this is the last thing we want to do for Zombiidle, is we add a new world where you literally come to our world and you murder all of us. And
okay.
The game ends because the developers are all dead.
Whoa! That's the meta island?
Right?
Whoa!
I think Bob would kill me.
It's the meta world where you just go murder all of Berzerk.
Imagine
The game stopped right there.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's game over.
Just
It
glitch.
erases.
Screens.
Yeah.
It just glitched.
Finish
and,
with me fighting Bob, and I say, "You can't kill me. You will die if you kill me." And say, "I don't believe you," and he killed me. Game over.
No, I'd love like you kill Etienne. When you kill him, like there's a lot of money coming out, and all the visual stops. Everything is super crappy. You know, it's all color visuals.
And then you kill Kojak, and the game just.
Bam! It just stops. You know, or the game is.
And it's a fatal error.
Yeah, the
That's
game.
it.
You kill Kojak, the game is all laggy because like all the optimization is out, and it's only me left, and then there's nothing. Oh shit! I love that. I love it.
Right?
I love it.
Like it would be such a great way to
Finish it
just
up.
like end the game.
Yeah.
And I kind of had a really awesome experience lately because somebody on my stream gifted me Subnautica.
Oh.
And it's a game that I had been excited to check out for a while, and I didn't want to play it because it's one of those like base building kind of sandboxy games where it was in early access, and I didn't want to burn myself out before they kind of had everything in place. And I went and I played it since they just released in 1.0, and I think there is something really important to be said about a game having a definite ending. Because like Minecraft, you play it, and then eventually you just get kind of bored and you put it down.
Mm-hmm.
But with Subnautica, I always had that goal of like escaping the planet that you're stranded on. And when I actually did finish my goal, I kind of had explored all of the world and like done everything there was to do. And when I actually had a definite end, it had a lot more meaning, I feel.
Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah. It reminds me of the Dark Room. I think it's an IL game as well that has an ending.
That was a fucking ending?
Yeah, I think
I played
it's.
it for like 10 hours and I never got anywhere
Is that it?
close to it.
Hang on. Dark Room mobile game.
A dark room is the one where you have to start by like stoking the fire, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. There's an ending in there.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I need to go back and play that.
Yeah,
more
it takes a while, but there's an ending. And I was like, okay, cool. You know, that was a good way to have an ending. There's also the clip. You make paperclip. I think it's called paperclip. Mike,
Has
you,
it ended too?
Yeah.
you sent me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an ending in there as well. You know, after a while, it just reverts back to the beginning. Or Candy Box, same thing. The first and the sequel, there's an ending. You know.
There's a
So-
sequel to Candy Box.
Yeah, there's.
Also these fucking. Oh my god! How did I not know any of this?
You're too busy playing Subnautica.
Yeah, apparently.
From your best friends having gifts and prettier gift than what I do. I think there's a sequel for real though. Hang on, Candy Box sequel. Yeah, pretty sure there is. Official Candy Box 2 wiki. Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, Dark Room. I liked the ending, but then there was a way to get some insight from the developers, and I don't know. I felt that they were very pretentious the way they were talking and describing the game in Everton, but that didn't reach me. I want to say it like politely. That didn't really resonate with me. Saying that they were quoting poets and shit, like, oh, that actually ruined the game for me.
That sucks.
But I'd like to meet them anyway. But I don't know. Like I just felt like they were a little bit too.
I get if they heard what you just say that they'd like to meet you as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. It's like, hey, he
Yeah.
seems like a nice
Well,
guy.
We're a bunch of pretentious.
No, I didn't say that they are pretentious. I said that what they created, the little thing, the little
Yeah.
insight was
They
a bit.
are not pretentious. They just
pretentious.
act pretentious. That's what they're saying.
Yeah. Can
They're
you see me
quoting
blushing?
poets. I
What?
like what Lachlan just said.
They're quoting poets and we're adding an L beat. Yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
anyway, anytime...
We're adults.
We're adults, yeah. Every time, I don't really resonate much with people that try. Like, for example, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that I like their content, but the way that they try to communicate the ideas really make me roll my eyes to infinity. Because they just, like, talk in a way that they know everything. Like, no, like, I'm intelligent and I'm gonna use very fucking huge vocabulary word that kind of makes sense in that sentence, but I'm gonna be talking about The Simpsons. You know, so, like, I like to hear you, but stop acting like you get it and I don't, you know? So I really... That's why I really love Wisecrack, actually. Like, I'm subscribed to a shit ton of channel, and I really love Wisecrack, because every time they are talking about very deep shit and philosophy and give you very good insight for Rick and Morty, South Park. I've listened to their podcast. They're like 3 podcasts. Their guys are very prolific. They're making a shit ton of videos and podcasts and whatnot. But every time, I don't know, they say fuck a lot amongst very big word that I don't understand. But they don't act like, you know, we get it and you don't. They don't speak like that big scarf thing and a beret, you know. They're just like...
It's kind of the opposite of sexual lobster, who use big word to speak about anal beads. Like, well, you know, the boys of the beach, the sweet boy of the beach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
That's so funny.
Yeah, like, that resonated with me.
friend.
That resonated with me a lot. You know, some guy that can like masterfully handle the vocabulary or the English language and use it to talk about anal beads. Wow, I like that. I like
He's okay with us.
My mastery of the English language is not that good that I like it a lot. It helps me.
So, for example, when Mark used his 10 years, or you actually use your very, like, 10 decades of skills, visual skills to draw a dick, that made me laugh a lot. You know, I like it.
Yeah, because most of the people that draw dick are amateur.
Yeah, exactly.
we do it for real.
Like, I remember Mark at one point, every time he was sending me visuals, he always hide a dick underneath, like on another layer behind the visual. So, for example, he was sending me a tree, and underneath the tree, there was like a huge fucking dick. But the thing is, the dick was always shaped kind of like the object on top of it. So, if it was a tree, try to imagine a dick in the shape of a tree. Well, he was able to do it and make it look nice. Or my favorite one was a sword with the handle and everything. He managed to draw a dick in there. It was like, that takes a lot of creativity to just draw that, and I respect that.
You know. It's a weird thing because not a lot of people know that, but in the animation industry and video game industry, most of the artists, even the one that draw comics for kids, we always try to put weird stuff in the background and stuff like that, and it's kind of funny. And did you know that there was a scandal on Netflix because one of the dick on the Maya Labe was people found it?
Yeah.
On Maya the Bee.
I want to see that.
And I don't know these guys, but I work in the studio before, and this happened a lot.
Oh yeah, I got it.
One of the top highlights on my fucking Twitch channel, Simon, is when I pulled up this sprite sheet for the phone that you sent me for the first time, and you had just drawn a giant penis.
Oh yeah, I remember how you lost it. You just like dropped your glass and like.
I just had my hands in my fucking
professional,
face.
though. It's not even hide.
Oh, that's not even hidden. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's not really hidden. And they had to pull up the episode.
Yeah, the episode is like out of Netflix now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so obvious.
That is
But-
news,
And
guys.
weirdly enough, I remember working with some girl, and she drew a beautiful background. Okay, and we all look at the background and this, and she never intend to do that, but she drew a rock shaped like a dick, but totally shaped like a dick. And everyone in the studio was, "Why did you draw a dick? I didn't draw a dick. You have and she was all like, it's you see dick where everywhere.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she showed it to everyone, and everyone was like, "You draw a dick?"
Yeah, that's
in
a
there?"
penis.
Oh, man.
It's so funny. And she did it. She did do it for.
It's been a while. Sorry, I forgot that we usually do some giveaways on the show. So I saw that people were asking for it. So let's do it.
Here's a bag of dicks.
Is a what?
Bag of dicks.
Is a bag of dicks. Bushels of dicks. So anyway, all of that to say, you know why now that game didn't resonate with me. You know, that special feature making of the dark room didn't really resonate with me when I actually prefer dick jokes and shit.
Yeah, you prefer when people don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah, exactly. I always
Dude, I am 100% the same way.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Sorry, I just found something. I will send it to you guys. It's, maybe you can show it. It's a frame from the Care Bear that some animator did. And this was in the show.
Oh god.
This is so funny.
You can always send it to me via the chat because I cannot.
Yeah, I sent it to you via the chat.
No, I mean the Twitch chat because I cannot brought the.
Oh, okay,
That is
I don't have this Twitch chat, so I will just show it really
that's
quick.
pretty bad.
Yeah, that's... Focus.
Oh, Jesus. Family show, man.
Wow.
Family show.
Yeah,
It's
but
a family
this is just
show.
a frame, so you know, it go fast, so people don't see that.
Yeah.
And now that we have the power of pausing,
Yeah, now we have the power of pausing. Because in the 90s, when you pose, there was always the tracking bar, so you
Yeah.
can see anything when you pose.
And for that, you would have to record it and stuff.
Beautiful. So guys, if you want to have, we're gonna start at 25 diamonds. If you want to have some diamonds for some Vital, you can just say anything in the chat. Your name will appear over there, and we'll do a little giveaway just for you guys. Just for you.
Be right back.
done.
Oh yeah, Larkland, you're right. The new lash tools, I need to push it sometime. I need to push my stuff. It's been a while.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. That's part of me focusing on JSB. There was so much stuff, like I stopped looking at Discord altogether, just because I couldn't see people asking me questions for lash tools and blah blah blah. So I had to really put those mindset. But I can't wait to be able to breathe a little bit more. One thing I really love to do with the Berzerk podcast is invite new game devs here and there. I really want to do that, like every week, or if I could, I wouldn't make it every week. I would push it on iTunes as well, because I think that we have a very professional. I mean, we have some, and that's coming from the guy who said he likes dick jokes, but I feel that we have a nice flow now. I think that we have a nice. A nice structure, a nice flow after those 26 episodes, and good recording sounds and everything. So, I would love to have like new people on the show and just talk and just say whatever, I'd love to do that.
What I think we should do, because the next one we're really aiming to have Sexual Lobster on, and then the one after that is going to be the Berzerk 2-year anniversary. I really feel like the one right after that, so oh my god, it's like a month from now though, because the 9th is going to be that one, so like the 23rd, we should have the Dead Cells guys on.
Oh yeah, it's been a
because
while.
we had already talked to them, and they were like, yeah, fucking let's do it.
Yep. Yep.
It's me, guys.
And actually have we are friends with those guys over there. A game that looks amazing. Look at that. It's called The Messenger. And we are it really looks like a Ninja Gaiden. Look at that.
Looks like Infernax.
It looks like Infernax. Look at that.
Mark actually worked for them.
It looks like Infernax. So let's have them on the show and say like, how do you do that? Well, it's a NES font, so that's normal. You know, I think that they have the same font in Shovel Knight.
But the game doesn't look like Infernax though.
Whoops.
No, I was just joking.
But Mark worked on that game actually.
Yep, he did. So anyway, those guys. Sorry, what?
He worked on that game on the Messenger.
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah, those guys come from Quebec as well, so we know them, and
Mark.
you know they're French. They're a bunch of French Canadians, and yeah. Anyway, they announced that game early, so whenever they're gonna release it, we might have like I don't know, 2 weeks before that we could do a podcast with them. I would love to have like the guy from Celeste, for example. They just released their game on Switch. I didn't play it yet, but I'd love to do it. You've been playing Subnautica as well a lot. We could have those guys on the show.
It's like 80 people that worked on Subnautica, though.
Yeah, but
I think a lot of Overwatch. Can we get Jeff Kappa on the show?
yeah. Why not stop there? How about Shigeru Miyamoto? He's probably available.
Peter Molyneux.
What has he
I
done?
would love to have Peter Molyneux.
Oh my God! Yes, I would drop macaroni on the floor and say, "Hey, I hope there's a game design in there."
We do know his publisher, so that could probably be doable.
Congregate?
Yeah, he's been
that's
published
right.
by Congregate.
That's right. They are.
And I saw him do a review on fart apps. So maybe we kind of connect a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Let's make a little giveaway, guys. Sorry, what? Go Jack.
What the hell did you say? He reviewed fart apps?
Yeah. Did you ever see the fart apps review by Peter Molyneux?
Yeah, that's where he climbed a little bit more in the ladder of my respect.
Yeah, because I thought he was pretentious before that, and want to see him do that with the same level of passion. I say, no, okay, that guy is the real deal. This is not pretension. He is really like that. It's like Norm Macdonald. You know, the comedian, that guy is really crazy. For real.
I have found a video on YouTube, and I'm going to watch that after the podcast.
There we go.
Yeah.
I have to see this now.
It's a must.
By the way, Demoniac, congratulations for the win. And I want to spin it again. Boot. Hi.
But yeah, we have a lot to do for the future of the game, because we have nightmare mode, we have our items rework, we have to finish multi-world farming.
The prestige.
Yeah.
I think that the multi-world farming was a big success, though. I really like it even more than I expected.
I think
Kudos to
people
you.
really, really like it. I just think that we need to have a way to get 100% completion of a map.
Okay, yeah.
Like maybe generals don't have to exist like in that final build, but there definitely has to be a way to like 100% the map, like bribing the king or something to fight his own world.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yep. And a way to kill the king anyway, so because the bounty will explode otherwise. But yeah, I do agree. How about not giveaway, yo?
Let's do it.
Thanks, Lloydland, by the way.
Yeah, mayonnaise element, of course.
Yeah, the element, that would be nice. I'd love to have a way to have different group. Zombio too, yeah. If, for example, Zombital 2, what I would love to have is a way to convey the formula even better.
Yes.
I was starting to... Mr. Rag! Congrats, man!
Dude.
I was starting to work on a way to show all the formula with all the items and every single monster and everything. And in that screen and that mock-up, I've been able to make all the groups make sense, you know? So, like, it was like a big parenthesis, all the items in there, and then it was like a multiplicative and the other items, blah, 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 you know? So we could have, like, Group A, which is the fire element, for example. All the items are in there, and then we close the parentheses. We go to the ice element, and we have the other big formulas in there, blah, blah, blah. So that will help us expand on different ways, you know? Yeah. Yup. Yeah?
Larklin just said, due to giveaway whispers and chat activity, according to Twitch, he is a verified bot.
Oh, he's a bot?
Dude, I've said he's a machine.
Mark, but he is a machine. Confirmed.
And then it's now real, yeah.
Yeah.
Twitch confirmed.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen those abs? He's a machine, man.
Has to be.
Those abs is cyborg level abs.
Oh my god. But yeah,
Not a giveaway.
There's so much. Like.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's time to wrap this up, guys. It's been 2 hours already.
Oh yeah,
So yeah, after this giveaway, I think we're gonna go there. Was there anything else you guys wanted to plug? Or anything else you wanted to talk about?
Nah, I think we're good. The only thing I can think of is just next podcast. It's gonna be really interesting to talk with Sexual Lobster.
Yeah. So when? Probably like in the middle of the event, right? Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, we'll try to set up a date with him because it's pretty hard to talk.
Set up a date with him.
Ooh.
That's the
Ooh la
thing.
la.
It doesn't have the same connotation in English.
Yeah. Okay. Set up a day.
A time.
A time. Because date in French is doesn't mean the same thing.
No.
And yeah,
more
so I
sexual.
will. I will try to set up a time with him because it's pretty hard because he's working full time and he just work on that spare time.
Yep.
Mhm.
Maybe this week we will try to tell you maybe on Twitter and Facebook before it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be the right way to do it, and but it will be early in the morning, so maybe at 9,
Can also put a
10 if we're lucky.
can also put a big notification in Zombital too. It's like be here.
Also,
Yeah, the big update thing, you know, the big screen thing.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, totally agree.
Actually, I have to. He sent me a mail, so I have to send him back a mail tonight, and we'll
Get a
try
date.
to get a date.
Oh,
a time next week.
a date with Sexual Lobster. I like
Yeah.
it.
I don't know
love
how
it.
it will end.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah. So that'll be a nice way to have the new podcast show. Sorry. I wonder, guys, before we go, I wonder how we can put those podcasts. I wonder, first, is it interesting? And second, how could we put it on iTunes and Google, like as a actual podcast format?
Magic.
Magic. Kojak, you like my occasional burps, right?
Yeah, no, I just
You missed me.
I love that you're just in the middle of like, I wonder how we can do a professional podcast. No, I'm pretty sure that all we have to do, like, there's some way to register with Apple. Just be like, hey, I have a podcast, and then we could just like push the audio for it or something.
Yeah. There must be a way where we can talk and brand.
There's
it up.
always a way.
There's always
Has
a
to be.
way. And like at the end of the podcast, we can always put a code in there, you know. So for people who just listen to the podcast, at the end there's a code that is effective for like a week or something.
Yeah,
that
totally
could be
doable.
something. That could be something. Ah, so much to do. So much to do. Yeah, again, I can't wait to be able to breathe a little bit more so we can handle all that stuff. Just taking like an afternoon for me is really, how can I say it? Like, I was really rushed. I was really working focused today. It was like, oh man, there's the podcast this afternoon. So I already rushing too much on Just Ships and Beats, and I'm behind schedule. I'm late actually, like for a week on my schedule already. You know, so I'm trying to rush it back. So, but I wish I could just be able to. What?
I was gonna say, how? You already took the week like to get a head start on your schedule.
Yeah. Well,
Jesus, man.
I fell in love with the game again, and I'm like, oh, I want to add this up. Well, I want to do this. And also, there was some time actually where I was working like at the last. Okay, so you know there's a story mode.
You
that I
need someone
never
on your
say
game.
Spoilers.
You need
People
someone.
already
You need
know
a
that.
David good enough.
What? A what?
You need David good enough. in your
Good
game,
enough.
okay?
Yeah, I know.
David. You know who that is, David good enough?
I don't know a physical form of David, but I know the symbolic
Yeah,
David.
it's a guy in Joueur du Grenier. It's a
Oh,
developer.
yeah.
It's called
Yeah.
David Good Enough, and it
Good
just
enough.
everything is good enough. Ain't good enough. And everything exploded.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Oh yeah, they're good enough. Yeah,
David's
but
good enough.
anyway, I was saying that I was working on the last part of the story mode, like the last world, and I discovered something very interesting that I could do. Like I made something. It was like, oh shit, that's awesome. So I rolled back into the other world to implement the same kind of mechanic in there, you know. And now it just increased the quality of the game by like a lot, you know. So that's what happens when, and then sometimes I work in a specific way, and then I have to clean my code back to World 1, blah blah blah. So that's why, you know. But in any case, like this Monday, for example, I was supposed to work on the final boss or the intro for the final boss, and then I was like, hang on a bit, if I've put that little cutscene before there, that's gonna strike even more. So I went back to the other world before, add something up, and then went back. So I lost a day or two just doing that, but again, the quality is like, it's more alive, you know, it feels more alive. So yeah, but it's going so well. I'm working on the final scenes now. So
Nice.
yeah,
I know.
going
I'm
very
the
well.
same way with Infernax.
Yeah.
It's never good enough. So I will
I
need my own day. I'm the David good enough right now for
Yeah.
Mark, but I will need a David good enough for Infernax, I think.
Having a deadline really helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Because that's it. There's a deadline. Got to do it.
We need another coder as well. We need to duplicate Kojak.
Yeah. And then we need
Yeah.
to duplicate me again for Zombital.
Yeah, exactly.
And we need to duplicate Beta too.
Yeah, pedal. Anyway, yeah, I think it's time to wrap this up, guys. So thank you very much. We will be announcing the other podcast with Sexual Lobster. I don't know when. Soon, TM, like everything. So hopefully it's gonna be like, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, I guess. If we want to do it mid-event, I think that in 2 weeks will be approximately a good guess. So
Sounds about right.
yeah. All right. So thank you all for playing the games, guys. Congratulations to all the giveaways winner, and thanks for sticking with us, guys. I really appreciate streaming again. I really like to stream, and I missed it. It's been a month. I haven't put my face on internet, and I missed it. Because the last time I did, I lost all my hair. Damn it! Look at that.
Yeah. It's hard.
I miss my hair as well. Anyway, so thank you very much, guys. I love you all. You guys are the best, especially you. Goodbye.
See ya.
Later, everybody.
Bye.